Hello everyone, come back with me, Kharisma, Yosi, Noviana. I will explain about the plant issue. Do you know why trees get bigger and taller? This is because the cell continue to active divide. The cell will then come together, and if they have the same shape, structure, and function, will come a tissues. Mainly, plant issue is an issue that has the ability to divide, lengthen, and have unlimited defensibility, so that from these issue capabilities, this plant issue organism can be propagated vegetatively considering its totipotential ability. Plant issue can be divided into two types. Number 1, meristem tissues or young. Number 2, adult tissues. Meristem tissues. Meristem tissues is a young tissues whose cells are always dividing or are embryonic. The cell is thin. The shape is regular between the rectangle and the cuboid, while the cell space is still full of small protoplasm and vacuoles. The special characteristic is that the cells from it are always active dividing, which in other terms is called meristematic. Types of meristem based on the origin of the occurrence, namely primary meristem, and secondary meristem. Polymeristem is plant issue that exists when the plant is still in the embryonic level. Primary meristem is a meristem tissues continue from embryonic growth. This meristem activity will cause the stem and root to grow elongate. This growth is called primary growth. Secondary meristem is a meristem that comes from mature tissues that has not differentiation. This growth causes the plant body to increase in size. According to its location, the meristem tissues is divided into apical meristem, namely meristem tissues that is located at the tip of the root and stem growth point that play a role in the primary growth of plants. Intercalary meristem is located between the primary meristem tissues and adult tissues. The growth of intercalary meristem led to faster stem elongation prior of flowering. The lateral meristem is located parallel to the surface of the organ where this tissue is found. Lateral meristem or side meristem is the meristem that causes secondary growth. Secondary growth is a growth process that causes an increase in the size of the root and stem plant. Permanent tissues or adult tissues is a tissue that is non-meristematic. Non-meristematic tissues, namely tissues whose cells do not divide anymore. Based on the topography, such divided adult network into three systems, namely dermal tissue system, basic tissue system, and vascular tissue system. The dermal tissue system is divided into epidermal tissues and core tissues. The basic tissue system is divided into parenchyma tissues and reinforcing network. The vascular system is divided into xylem, phloem, and cambium. Epidermal tissues. Epidermis come from Greek, namely epi means above, derma means skin. Then the epidermis is the layer of cells that are outermost in the plant organs. Epidermal tissues is a collection of layers of cells that are outermost and serves to protect the underlying tissues. The cells are generally slightly flattened and layered. The epidermis is composed of a layer of cell only, and on the surface the cells appear in various forms, such as isogeometries that extend, is grooved, or several other shapes. Cord tissues. Cord tissues is a certain type of tissues that is stronger than the epidermis, located on the edge of plant tools, especially in long-lived plants. In addition to replacing the role of the epidermis, cord tissue also function as a barrier between tissues in plants. Basic tissue systems are as follows: parenchyma tissues. Parenchyma is heterogeneous tissues because there has been an association between parenchyma cell and cell of other types. Parenchyma tissues is generally found in the pitch and cortex of stem, roots, photosynthetic tissues, left mesophyll, left flesh, and endosperm of seed and in fruit. Parenchyma tissues function to store spare food as well as the endosperm of corn or other plant seed. Types of parenchymal tissues based on their function are: assimilation parenchyma. Its function contains chloroplast so they can be photosynthetic. Food parenchyma is function to store food reservoirs. Water parenchyma is function to store water reservoirs. Air parenchyma is function serve to store air reservoirs. Transport parenchyma is the place where the transportation tissues is stored. Tissues booster. The mechanical tissues or reinforcing tissues serve to strengthen the plant or plant. These mechanical tissues generally consist of thick wall cells containing lignin and other substances that give hard properties to the cell walls. Judging for the shape and nature, the mechanical tissues can be divided into collenchyma and sclerenchyma. Collenchyma is strengthening tissues in young organ and old organ in soft plant. Located under the epidermis, some are separated from the epidermis by parenchyma. Collenchyma is a homogeneous tissue, which is composed of one kind of cell, namely collenchyma cell. Sclerenchyma is a protective tissue whose cell undergoes secondary thickening consisting of lignin substance. Sclerenchyma tissues is only found in plant organs that no longer hold growth and development, so in fixed plant organs. Vascular tissue system. The vessel or carrier tissues is a special tissue with function to transport mineral substance or nutrient and water, which are absorbed by the roots from the soil or food substance that have been produced in the leaf to be distributed to other parts to live and develop. Based on the shape and properties, the transport tissues can be divided into xylem and phloem. Xylem. Xylem is a complex tissue consisting of several cell types, both dead and living cells, whose walls are thickened, containing lignin. Experts assume that the function of xylem, apart from being a tissue for transporting water and nutrients, is also a strengthening network. Transport of water and mineral substance takes place from the bottom roots to the top or leaf. Phloem. Phloem is a complex tissue consisting of several elements and types, namely filtrates, companion cell, parenchyma, fiber, and sclerate. The phloem function to transport and distribute food substances, which are the result of photosynthesis from the top leaf to other parts that are below or above it. Cambium. The cambium is a layer of meristematic tissues in plant wall cell, are activity dividing and is responsibility for secondary growth of plants. Cambium is found on stem and roots. Types of cambium. The core cambium is a part of the cortex. It is activity produce cork tissues, phloem, or cork to the outside. Cork tissues function is control the entry and exit of water, present path, and several other mechanical functions. Inward, the cork cambium in some plant species product a layer of foamy skin called the phloem. The vessel or vascular cambium is the part the people usually can only the cambium. The cambium usually borders the three-part or bulk of the wooden column on the tree trunk. Inward, the cambium will form wooden vessel or xylem, and outside the cambium to form filter vessel or phloem. Thank you for watching. See you next time. Goodbye.